Everyone online talks about becoming a full-time day trader like it's the dream life to have. You see the freedom, you see the profits, you see their lifestyle. But what you don't see is the pressure, the boredom, and the reality of trading full-time. And it's nothing like what you would expect. So a month and a half ago, I left my full-time job in Dubai to start day trading full-time. When you first think about trading full-time, you think about freedom. Having no boss, no schedule, and no limits to what you can do. But the first thing you realize is having all that freedom can actually be dangerous to your trading, because there's no one to tell you to stop trading, and there's no one to stop you from blowing accounts at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep, so you decide to trade instead. I thought I'd spend a few minutes trading each day, making thousands of dollars, and having the rest of my days and my week to just chill and do whatever I wanted to do. Instead, I spend most of my time waiting, watching, sitting on my hands, analysing past trades, the current market, and managing my risk. Now, that doesn't sound that exciting, and it's not, but it's all about discipline. So trading full time flips the game completely, because when it becomes your only source of income, each losing trade feels so much heavier. Because if I take a loss, I'm losing my money, potentially my rent, and just a piece of mental peace. The hardest part isn't the charts. It's staying calm when you know that one bad day or bad trade can completely affect the week or the month. And you realize quickly that trading, it isn't about wins and big wins, it's about protecting your capital. Another huge factor in which I didn't realize until I started trading full time is the sheer loneliness of doing this. Because when you're working a normal job, you're with different people all the time. You're with your co-workers, potentially with friends throughout the day. So you have nice distractions from your day-to-day job, which makes the day go a lot quicker and a lot easier as well. You talk to people, you laugh with them, and sometimes you just complain to each other about things. But when you're trading full time, it is just you. So I trade in my apartment. There's only me in my apartment when I am trading. So if stuff goes well, it's brilliant, but I've got no one really to share that with. And when I take a loss and I just want to talk about it, I've got no one there to talk about it. So you can go hours without actually physically speaking to somebody. And if you're not mentally grounded, this can really start to eat into you. So to combat this, I really had to knuckle down and focus on my structure and my routine of every day. This includes going to the gym, doing the same things every day, making content, and being just outside of my apartment as much as I possibly can. So I'm out and about with people, I can almost forget about the charts, I can almost forget about trading for a bit. And it just really helps with the mental side of trading, just to be out and about, just to be making natural connections. Because what I don't want to do is to have trading consume my entire life, where I'm sat at my desk for 10, 12 hours a day, putting multiple trades in, getting stressed out, putting the pressure on when there's no reason to put the pressure on. And in the end, you'll just end up failing once you start doing that as well. And again, I know it's over talked about and you're probably bored of hearing this, but the hardest part of being a trader, especially full time, isn't the trading itself. It isn't trying to find setups, it isn't your strategy, but it's the mental side of things. It's controlling yourself when you're bored, when you're frustrated, or even when you're overconfident. The market will always find ways to test you, especially mentally. And when you're trading full time, there's no such thing of done for the day, when your office is right where you live. And that's exactly how I lost quite a lot of money when I first started doing this full time. I was up maybe $3,000, $4,000 on the day. I was bored, I wanted to make more. I was still in the mentality, the more work you put in, the more you get paid. But within trading, that's not entirely the case. The more you look at the charts, the more you try and force trades, it's the opposite, it's the more you're gonna lose. So I was up 3, 4K, I was putting in these random trades, and guess what? I was either breaking even on the day, or I was actually in a loss. So when you're trading full time, it is actually hard to stop because you're in that work mentality. You want to put in the effort, you want to put in more trades, try and get more money. But in fact, with trading, that's not how it works. And that's why a lot of the best traders out there might only trade 2 times a week, a few times a month. Some traders only do 4 to 5 trades a year. And as soon as you start to realize this, the better you become at trading. Because you don't see many or any profitable traders who are trading every single day. You just don't. So trading full time means mastering your emotions more than mastering trading itself. But the biggest question, is this all worth it? Is going full time in trading worth it at all? And absolutely, yes it is. Because there is something special about waking up and knowing that you control your own income, your own day, and your growth. It's not a dream job, and it's definitely not easy because it does test you mentally every single day. There's not a day goes past where it doesn't test you mentally. But the freedom is amazing. However, you can't have the freedom until you become disciplined within trading. So yeah, becoming a full-time day trader isn't what you think. It's not what is shown online. It's not what's shown on Instagram. It's not always flashy cars, going out and about, trading by the pool. Definitely not trading by the pool. But it's about being disciplined, and with that discipline, you can then build your wealth and you can build your freedom. So if you're someone who's potentially looking to start day trading or thinking about doing this full time, remember, success doesn't come from one big trade. It comes from showing up every single day when no one's watching and being disciplined and following your trading plan. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps with the growth of this channel. I've also put the link down to the live broker that I use, which is xauusd. So if you want to start a new live account, feel free to click that link. I've also put a link down to FTMO, who is the funded broker that I use. So again, if you want to jump on to a funded account, feel free to click that link. And again, thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best with your own trading.